大家好，歡迎收睇 Gameplay HK 阿俊，繼續 Starfield。上集我哋就去咗個廢棄嘅監獄，揾到寶藏號嘅消息，話裡面應該有好多錢嘅。咁而家我哋繼續遊戲啦，首先就要同呢個馬卡西傾下偈啊。
Hey, I wanted to thank you one last time for not ratting me out to Delgado and telling him how much I pitched in. That was pretty damn cool. If he would have found out what I was planning, well, I don't even want to think about what could have happened.
嗱，只要你記住，你爭我人情，有機會你要還嘅，咁就 OK 啦。
Oh yeah, sure. Anything you need, you just ask, and I'll be there to back you up.
For your sake, I hope you are sincere.
You just, take care of yourself out there.
Every captain
Okay 啦。
here's earned their stripes.
跟住咧，我哋過去揾阿伊娃。喂，你好似話有嘢想
Those
俾我
crabs
做。
ain't gonna steal themselves. There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole Rokoff on the Siren of the Stars for months. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So guess what? You're gonna finish the job for me.
其實咧，我哋又真係好忙嘅，點幫到你啫？
Oh, don't worry. You can still do your little errand for Delgado. And you get to do mine as well. Aren't you lucky? Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event that the Siren of the Stars is hosting. At the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth tens of thousands of credits. So it's simple. While you're on the Siren, swiping those gal bait credentials, I want you to grab that award and bring it to me.
順手牽羊啊嘛喎，但我想講咧，乜嘢地球拯救者明明地球死咗噶咯喎，同埋區一個獎杯，點解會咁值錢咧？冇人要嘅嘢其實冇價值噶喎。
From the pictures I've seen, the award is set with 12 blue diamonds and covered in gold filigree. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot of cash. And best of all, the components become untraceable.
哦，原來睇中咗上面嗰啲寶石。咁究竟銀行高層主管同個獎有乜嘢關係咧？
No, Dombrowski's only aboard to use the Gal Bank VIP suite, so he can catch a free ride at the company's expense. I'm sure he'll be there partying with the other spoiled brats. But I can guarantee he doesn't give a crap about what's going on at the event.
咁正常啊，好多公司高層去邊度搭飛機都係傾翻公數噶嘛。但係睇翻選項咧，好好笑咯，我哋係完全唔打算幫佢噶喎。
And I'd prefer to have the money that award's worth in my account. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award, I'm gonna deduct it from your pay. Either way, I get my money. How much you walk away with is in your own hands. Got it?
I suppose it is up to
咁衰格嘅
you
你。
to decide whether it is worth it.
咪住，我哋終於可以問下拯救者獎係點樣嚟㗎啦。
Yeah, ES, Earth, Savior. Get it? Come on. Keep up with me here. I got about 17 other things to do and you're holding me up.
你有17樣嘢做咁多，同埋呢度講到話羅科夫應該都想分返份㗎喎。
All Rokoff does is feed me information. If I ask him to lift a finger, he gives me enough sob stories to fill a freighter's cargo bay. If you want my advice, leave him completely out of the loop. Otherwise, it's gonna cost both of us some credits.
如果有機會見到佢嘅話，我就扮乜都唔知啦。同埋我都冇得揀㗎啦，幫你攞咯。
Then it's settled. Good. All right, Rook, we're done here. Now, get your ass to the Siren and bring me my goods.
我遲早炸咗你哋。咦？仲有啲嘢問嘅喂，我而家唔係菜鳥啦係嘛？
Because that's exactly what you are. A rookie, a newbie, fresh meat. Beneath all of that inexperience, I'm sure you have an actual name. But honestly, no one gives a damn. So get used to hearing that word. Until you earn your stripes, you're a rook to everyone in the fleet.
哇！陰公見我哋係新嚟就係咁蝦人，蝦人憎到佢啊！
I bet operations on the
喂，長官，我翻嚟啦。
You're back. So how did it go?
你好似覺得我哋唔會翻嚟咁樣喎。係咯，點解見到我哋會咁驚訝嘅咧？
Frankly, it's because we've never gotten this far before. The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis.
咁你都有監視住我哋噶，知道我哋走到噶喎。
Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can monitor very little from the vigilance. We can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover, and that could get everyone killed.
其實我哋已經潛入咗深紅藍隊，仲有啲計劃等緊我哋做添。
Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet?
我覺得好慘喎，我哋去到邊都俾人覺得係菜鳥。同埋你點解覺得自己可以呃到德爾加多呢？
If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Naeva. She's shrewd, and she sniffed out everything we've thrown her way.
咁好啦，我哋盡量都留意住，唔好引起佢嘅注意啦。
Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
I have never heard of such a thing.
I'm surprised. I thought this was one of those tales that made it to every corner of the settled systems.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause.
其實根據我哋揾到嘅資料，佢應該係存在嘅，但係有冇俾人打撈咗就好難講啦。
Well, we can solve that little mystery in about 10 seconds. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move?
哦，長官你係講得啱啊！呢第三個我覺得問嚟都多餘嘅喎，佢見到我哋降落㗎嘛，所以其實應該都可以唔使理呢個嘅。究竟呢間蓋爾銀行有啲咩隱瞞咗呢？
Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Gal Bank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry? Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, it would tank their value.
哦，都唔係㗎，你500年前發生嘅嘢，你而家攞翻出嚟講，其實真係唔係啲咩重要嘢嚟嘅。咁我哋上去就係要揾證件啦。
Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Crix was clever. And for some reason, he never got there.
其實你點知道佢從來都冇揾到呢？可能根本就已經用咗嚟起呢一個深紅藍隊都唔頂嘅喎。
Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Crix wouldn't have disappeared years ago. Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinny of us, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No, the Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency, well, ever.
又會唔會隻船上面根本就冇你諗嘅咁多錢？又可能當時有人中飽私囊，吞晒啲錢就作沉隻船扮意外咁咪得咯。不過點都好啦，我哋都要按計劃做埋落去㗎啦。
It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
冇問題。如果真係要開戰嘅話咧，其實我都仲有啲非殺傷力武器嘅。
I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
喂，一撇嘢咁嘅喂。咦？我仲以為好豪華，點知上到嚟咁一般嘅喂。哇！有軍糧呢個正，啲水唔攞啦。喂，攞本書嘅話當我偷嘢㗎，原來照偷咯，怕乜啫？最多冇用嘅話就掉咗佢啫嘛，係咪？嗱，啱啱我哋呢度上嚟噶嘛，我兜咗個圈，周圍都睇過晒，冇嘢值得偷嘅，上去啦。
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Naeva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out.
嗱，我哋要盡量隱瞞我哋今次上嚟要做嘅任務。不如問下佢嘢先啦。既然佢都唔屬於深紅藍隊，點解要聽佢講呢？
Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits richer. That's almost a win-win, don't you think?
我哋要唔要問下佢有冇啲咩飛船導覽咁嘅嘢啊？
Oh, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not for a vacation. So let's start by talking about Delgado's Sudden Olive Branch.
哦，你都幾串㗎喎！我乜都唔知啊，佢嗌我過嚟㗎咋。
Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Naeva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal?
嗱，你唔使諗咁多啦，你自己去問下佢。我見到啲乜嘢值錢、值得偷嘅就偷㗎啦。
Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than we have to do this job. We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. So, you're gonna tell me what else you're here for or not?
喂，咁嘅話，其實如果我唔坦白，合作唔到又真係可能會好多問題㗎喎。嗱，不如咁啦，最多都係阿納伊娃分少啲嘅啫。
Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place.
哇，原來你有咁大功勞㗎！你最開始係諗住點㗎？
I spent months manipulating the Terran Preservation Society to hosting their gala affair aboard the Siren of the Stars. I had to arrange the event to make sure that the award was aboard the ship. Naeva said she'd do the rest. When I got a message about Dombrowski, I assumed she'd be tagging along to steal the award. But looks like she sent you in her place.
咩地球生態保護協會仲有得俾佢保護咩？我覺得咧，同而家啲綠色和平得把口，去拗贊助唔做嘢差唔得幾多嘅啫。咁我諗而家為咗我哋嘅任務，確保到佢會攞到酬勞會好啲咯。
Yeah? Funny you're only bringing that up now. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest?
哎呀，你唔好理咁多啦。有錢佬就梗係我哋目標嚟噶嘛。如果唔係，你話乜嘢先係正常啊？
Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, That's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road.
所以我暫時可以分享嘅資訊係得咁多㗎啦。
Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Fine, fine. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dombrowski without my help.
It would seem we have little choice in the matter. We should hear him out.
好明顯佢有其他目的啦，如果唔係點會咁強硬啫？
Well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that.
點解你咁睇唔開啊？加入呢個組織對你有咩好處啫？其實仲要話唔需要錢喎。
Of course I do. But who wants to settle for a one-time payout? I prefer to play the long game. You see, getting my ass back into the fleet means I regain access to Shinya Boss. And that's as good as an endless stream of credits.
其實我哋都係啱啱入嚟菜鳥嚟嘅咋。
You'd better, or you're gonna have to find another Gal Bank executive. As long as Dombrowski's on the ship, he's all mine.
一係咁啦，應承住佢先，真係唔好搞咁多嘢啦。
All right. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now, let's talk business. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
Oh no. Is shooting everyone an option? Alternately shooting ourselves to avoid it?
咁晚會裏面又有啲乜嘢我要注意嘅呢？
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich snobs getting together and throwing a party for themselves. These people couldn't give a damn about Terran preservation or any other charity for that matter.
我都估到㗎啦，講咩生態啊，根本就係佢哋自己圍威喂啫嘛。同埋最重要嗰樣就係，我都冇萬麗服，點樣可以潛到入去呢？
Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets.
哦，原來就係憎人富貴厭人窮。咁所以呢，我哋應該就會聽到啲唔見得光嘅嘢啦。
He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really, really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb to the top, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second option.
咁 OK 啦，我哋只要有酒飲就 OK 噶啦。
Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection.
咩嚟㗎？
Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck.
哦，講到尾就係唔可以有人個心跳停頓啦。咁其實嗰個獎呢，你可唔可以幫到我攞呢？
As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything you want. What's the status of your plan?
乜嘢都未開始咯。
Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starfield ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there.
Wow,
If you're
唔該晒
thinking
你啊。
of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms.
我一定唔會，但我都想問多啲呢個咩地球生態保護協會究竟係點嚟嘅喎？
They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the ideals of the past, In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so important. In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like they're contributing to society.
我覺得呢度嗰班人都係抵死嘅，但係而家唔可以喐手住。
Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the gala.
咁而家咧，我哋應該要去上層。
Not fresh.
吓，唔好食佢啲點心，食咗係咪會肚屙啊？我想問，點上去咧？我哋要呢邊。同埋其實武器方面咧，我哋係可以用呢個新星爆炸裂解槍，講到咁勁，但係其實佢係得電磁傷害，係非致命噶。如果我咁樣去睇艦長嘅電腦，會唔會俾人發現呢？應該唔會隱蔽嘅。OK， 有公司通訊。上個星期失蹤嘅甲板官肯德利已經收到你嘅事件報告，根據提供嘅材料嚟睇啦，推測呢個人有嗜酒嘅問題。最後一次見到佢係醉醺醺咁出現喺主氣閘附近，3分鐘之後氣閘觸發，7A 區被減壓，跟住佢就不幸被吸入太空。如果屬實嘅話呢，就會進行調查。咦，其實會唔會提示我哋將我哋嘅目標引去7A 區嘅話，就可以發生一單意外呢？但係我哋正常嚟講唔可以殺呢度啲人㗎喎。跟住呢，就有啲遺失物。呢個地球生態保護協會就會用到觀星舞廳嘅完全使用權啊，同埋佢哋近3次航行就發現，每次隻船到港嗰時都輕咗幾千公斤，即係幾噸喎。同埋咧，遺失嘅貨物價值高昂，係要賠㗎。咁究竟係咩人偷咗去嘅呢？個人通訊，佢話你冇可能再返嚟，你有個機會，唯一令佢改變主意嘅辦法就係揾啲有價值嘅嘢。上次簡直係一場災難啊！20箱家具根本就係浪費時間同錢，原來賊喊捉賊，根本就係佢偷嘅。船上面有個賒賬嘅船員叫做肯德利，佢就喺霓虹城賭博，爭咗佢哋4000蚊。阿文森特就想要佢條命，下次咧就唔好俾佢上船啦。肯德利嘅事做得好好，你唔止俾所有霓虹城嘅運運一個警告，我對你嘅印象都改觀咗，不過都係唔夠。即係話佢跟指示做咗嘢啦。咁呢個呢？即將上船嘅獎品嘅消息收到，就係佢想要嘅。剩低幾個星期時間，佢就會返去基地揾個人去幫手嘅。就嗌阿船長低調。其實我覺得根本就係呃佢嘅啫，都冇打算俾佢加入嘅。你睇呢度啲通訊就知啦。
I never had the patience for computer systems.
你冇耐心啫，我有咪得咯。同埋我都唔需要自己去解鎖，有輔助工具㗎嘛。咦？要求駁回係證據嚟嘅？呢份證據就係話要羅科夫幫手喺隻船上面偷啲嘢返嚟，非常好。好彩喺度揾下啫。嚟到觀星舞廳，頭先喺船艙邊呢，其實我就已經揾過晒，冇乜特別。喂，呢度應該係廚房嚟嘅喎。我可唔可以試下味啊？黐線嘅，睇下佢咧，每一個檸檬都係獨立一件物件，識喐㗎。咁仔細嘅嘢真係要玩 Starfield 先至會有㗎咯。你其他 game 都係貼圖算數㗎啦。哇！我真係好想食，但係有人睇住，我攞嘢當我偷，算啦。咦，有守衛嘅喎呢度。
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your items.
If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Serena will be held in the ship's library this evening.
好啊，我會揾人傾偈㗎啦。
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense.
你就係希拉啦，係嘛？
Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important.
唔係啊，非常之重要啊！我哋而家要講嘅嘢，聽講你就係負責人啦，係嘛？
Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask?
冇我確認下啫，啲咁貴重嘅嘢放喺你度，你應該都好驚會俾人偷㗎嗬？
In my cabin? Oh, please. Why would I do something so foolish? I'll have you know that the award is locked inside the master safe, located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
哇，睇唔起人咁話喎！你話咗俾我知，我梗係去揾嘢啦。
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
哇，好似好大咁啊！呢度，我哋要揾嗰間房喺邊啊？應該喺呢一層。不過應該會順手牽羊，將啲我見到嘅嘢順便啱使就攞走佢。
Decadence. I do not know what is.
Please let me know if your voyage is unsatisfactory in any way.
原來你就係首席乘務長啊！安全電腦要有佢嘅認證 ID 先入到去㗎噃，點樣可以洗開佢呢？
On behalf of Trident Luxury Lines, I'd like to welcome you aboard. Welcome to the purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today?
唔係有啲緊急嘅嘢，你介唔介意行開下先啊？我想問可唔可以放啲嘢入去個保險櫃度呢？
Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe.
哇，你咁講又真係好安全喎。如果我想話睇個獎，我覺得你應該都唔會俾我睇㗎咯。
I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
嗱，最好嘅方法就係揾到個 ID，攞到個 ID，我哋就可以安全咁攞到件嘢出嚟嘅。咁暫時冇嘢啦，唔該。
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. Don't forget to tell your friends how much you enjoy the cruise.
嗱，好啦，咁跟住咧，我就兜個圈先，睇下呢度會唔會有啲有用嘅嘢可以俾我攞到。嗱，呢間房有乘客資料嘅，不過我睇到部電腦咧就冇乜特別嘢嘅啫。如果我哋開佢隻門嘅話，會點咧？希望喺裏面揾到啲有用嘅嘢。哇！啲酒有用喎，執咗先。有本叫《瑞星》嘅書，同埋親愛的克勞迪亞。尋晚真係太美好啦！精緻嘅餐廳，美麗嘅你，晚餐之後仲共度咗難忘嘅夜晚。只要你開口，我願意為你做任何事啊！我渴望可以永遠同你喺埋一齊。我打算同妻子斷絕關係，將呢段婚姻生活拋諸腦後。耐心啲，親愛的，我好快就會話佢知㗎啦，我保證。呢個拉利咪係我哋嘅目標嚟嘅，睇嚟可以有嘢威脅到佢喎。咦，搵到件正嘢，時尚套裝，增加5% 嘅說服成功率，攞咗先，都係喺同一間房搵到嘅。
Sorry, I'm busy right now.
咦，原來你就係克勞迪亞。
Lovely party, isn't it?
但係佢唔
Nothing
肯同
but
我
the
傾偈喎。
finest at this gala. Lovely party, isn't it?
唔傾就算啦，我已經入去你間房手刮完筆㗎啦。我揾到拉你間房啊！每晚11:30都要送一支冰鎮香檳去佢間房度嘅。如果冇人嘅話咧，就放喺床邊嘅銀色冰桶裏面。既然揾到目標間房，咁梗係入去睇下啦。
How quickly can you get that done?
你唔好理，入到嚟揾到我哋要揾嘅嘢，咪走咯，係咪先？嗱，首先就係佢間房，得啲旅行袋，咦咪住呢個西褲，有部 iPad， 錢照執啦。會唔會喺個夾萬裏面呢？不過我發覺嚟咗呢一度，周圍開鎖呢，我啲撬鎖器用得好快啊！罐咖啡啫，使唔使咁寶貝收佢喺個夾萬裏面啊？我揾到杜拜嘅地標啊！啱啱就執咗本書叫做《奔向天堂》。呢本書講述咗地球上好多最偉大建築嘅故事。咁好心你又俾多幾個遺跡俾我哋啊！呢度咧就係希拉間房，不過我覺得應該唔會揾到啲咩重要嘢。點解佢要喺度擺咁多個人體模型呢？皮製多袋褲，仲要擺3件喺度咁多。開埋個夾萬都冇乜特別嘢，點解要將呢個朱古力拉布拉多收埋喺個夾萬裏面？不過大家可以留意下呢，佢話個造型係類似一種已經滅絕嘅拉布拉多尋回犬。可以話地球上面應該係冇物種移民到外太空咯。不過其實我覺得唔合理啊！你正常有錢人一定會養貓狗，咁寶貝點會唔帶埋走嘅啫？咁除此之外呢度就冇嘢執，可以閃人啦。嗱好啦，翻出嚟，我哋竟然要問阿希拉去攞個拯救者長認領 ID， 佢點會俾我哋啊？不過照講下嘢先。
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman.
係，我都知道你好忙，但係咧，我哋都想攞嗰個領取證明，佢點會俾我哋㗎
？Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that?
咪係咯，可以說服，真係可以說服佢㗎喂，我唔覺得說服到，你當我冇講過
I
先。
should say so. The nerve of you to even ask something so stupid.
嗱，唯有咁啦，換套衫，呢套時尚套裝，咁跟住咧就再食啲嘢先。其實我哋食唔同嘅會唔會有疊加㗎？嗱，飲多支酒，醉醉地扮晒嘢咁去問佢，究竟係咪真係可以說服到咧
And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand?
得3個回合，我哋一共要攞到6格咁多，冒險啲試下成3先。
Not happening.
唔得。嗱，其實我都唔想為難你嘅，你講出嚟啊。
I wish I could help, but I can't see how.
我覺得我哋可以撈四符咯。
Calm down. I'm still thinking about it.
點解你會喺度諗緊嘅？我搏下嘅啫喎。咁希望你講埋出嚟啊。
Sorry, but I can't.
嗱，你講咗出嚟，冇人知嘅。
I wish I could, but if anybody found out I'd helped you.
威脅下佢，將你知嘅講晒出嚟。
Sorry, but I can't.
我覺得正常嚟講咧，呢個時候會嗌實 Q 咯。你幫我下我有咩壞處啊
I'd like to help you. I really would.
唔係啩？你竟然想幫我？ 你講咗出嚟冇人知嘅。
I wish I could, but if anybody found out I told you, this is.
咁你當我冇講過
I should say so.
我哋最多都係攞到客艙嘅鎖匙嘅啫喎，個 ID 一定要佢講出嚟先至得㗎喎。咁偷唔到㗎。喺冇特殊技能之後，我都係冇可能可以套到料嘅係。咁所以咧，我唔用 safe flow 嘅方法啦。睇下會唔會有其他方法可以攞得到啦？咦？呢邊係阿船長。
Dig up any dirt on Dombrowski yet?
但係點解你講嘅嘢同我可以揀嘅選項爭咁遠嘅？我冇可能懟冧佢嘅喎。
You seriously need to ask. Okay, I'll give you 2 reasons. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. Not something Delgado wants, I suspect. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee in every single Gal Bank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Gal Bank, now will it?
你講得冇錯。咁應該我哋都冇嘢可以揾佢㗎啦。
As long as... What's the status?
喂，好戇居啊！佢收埋啲選項喺第二度，我需要嗰個領取證明啊。
Like the ship's purser probably told you, it's because the system is completely automated. The only way you're gonna get the award is by using Sheila's claim ID. But she's not going to just hand it over. Here, give her this. I'm certain it'll help. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms. Don't you have somewhere to be?
究竟係啲咩嚟嘅咧？快啲翻過去，唔通有嘢可以威脅到佢
？Must you continue these？
係啊，我有啲嘢俾你啊。
Excuse me? And why in？
如果你唔交出嚟，我就將你喺天堂樂園嘅小金庫話俾每一個人知。
Oh my goodness! How did you know about that? There's no need to make a scene. If you're here to steal the award, there's nothing I can really do about that, is there? Here, take it.
唔該晒，咁就可以攞到呢個拯救者獎啦。做埋其他嘢先。
Have you tried the canapés?
我哋仲要去問下拉尼嘅嘢。我諗應該可以同佢傾下偈嘅。你哋有冇聽過阿拉尼嘅嘢啊？
His behavior towards women is abominable. That man really ought to be ashamed of himself.
女人公敵嚟嘅。
That's all.
咁其他嘢我諗唔使問。
Okay.
Have you tried the cannabis? Horrid. Positively.
I certainly hope they decide to hold. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it.
唔係呢單嘢我知啊。咁就得㗎啦。
Don't forget to donate to the cause.
黐線㗎！我頭先上佢間房嘅時候，咪可以揾到呢啲資料咯。嗰時又唔問佢。
Sorry, do I know you?
喂，Hello，迪亞，你唔識我嘅，不過而家你就有麻煩啦。
Okay, that's a hell of a way to open a conversation. Why don't you cut the crap before I tell my partner that you're harassing me? Believe me, you don't want to piss him off.
你講緊嗰個，梗係拉尼啦，係咪咧
Who? Look, can you just cut to the chase already? What's this about?
定係我應該揾阿拉尼嘅老婆傾下咧
His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy?
嗱，其實好簡單嘅啫，只要你將啲情報嘔晒出嚟，我就俾翻你咯。
I should have destroyed that disgusting letter. Fine, you win. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme where thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
I do not understand. Your anger is focused on Mr. Dombrowski, but clearly the failure of this plan rests on you as well.
If you had to work near him day in and day out, I think you'd understand. He's a disgusting pig, plain and simple.
你自己都話佢嘔心成隻豬咁，其實豬又唔係真係咁核突嘅啫，有啲都幾得意嘅。咁點解你仲要同佢有啲咁嘅瓜葛，又要幫佢講說話呢？
I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, you were working for Dombrowski. It's called playing it cool. You should try it sometime.
好，多謝啦，唔需要啊。咁不如講下個 plan 先啦。
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them.
哇，咁佢應該都貪埋唔少嘅喎，一定係利用佢㗎啦，其實。
Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back.
渣男啊！呢啲根本就係，我覺得唔質問佢係正常嘅，問咗都唔會有咩好結果㗎啦。但係點解你又唔驚我會告發你呢？
You won't do that. You're here because you've got some kind of side hustle in the works. If you wanted to blow the whistle, you would have boarded this ship with the authorities.
啊，聰明！既然係咁，如果你想報仇就啱啦，將佢啲證據俾我。
I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
哦，好啦，即係話咧，我哋而家要去揾下保安官。不過咧，我哋可以問多少少嘢先，咁樣穩陣啲。
What? Are you ready to damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their comnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in, whether we liked it or not.
其實我自己覺得啦，所謂加密幣根本就係要嚟俾人洗黑錢用嘅。如果唔係，你唔需要不斷咁強調佢有幾咁隱密啊，追蹤唔到啊咁樣噶嘛，係咪先？咁好啦，咁究竟佢哋之間嘅關係係點嘅咧
What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be it. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. He deserves everything that's coming to him.
喂，咁其實佢哋兩個都係互相利用嘅啫喎。嗱，但係咧，我哋有共情選項，梗係揀呢個先啦。
Yes, you do seem very aggrieved.
Oh, I'm beyond rage. And if you've been as close to him as I have, you'd agree. Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal dessert. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone, right?
最後問埋呢個，喺呢單陰謀裏面，你扮演咗一個點嘅角色？
I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right?
哇！你哋就開心啦，但係損失嘅人點算啊？真係賤格。
I hope you hurt Dombrowski.
Nail
his
to
ass
discuss
right
with
to the
you.
wall.
揾下保安官之前咧，我覺得應該要嚟咗呢邊先。
On behalf of Trident Luxury Line, glad to have you aboard.
咦，我發覺唔係同佢傾偈嘅
anything I
喎。
can do to make you stay more comfortable.
唔通係呢度？哦，有個 ID 就得啦，開門唔該。用埋個 ID，咁就可以攞到呢個地球拯救者獎，嚇得個箱㗎咋。仲有啲信用幣。咁其他嘢咧，好明顯就唔攞得嘅。如果攞咗嘅話咧，應該就會即刻俾人拉㗎啦，因為俾佢及住啊嘛。咦，保安官就係呢個，企
Here
得
for
咁型。
business or pleasure?
You look a bit lost in these surroundings. Hello? You here for the charity event?
哦，你可以咁講嘅，你係咪經常參加呢啲活動咧？
Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that attending these types of events tends to absolve one of their sins and cleanse their soul. But something tells me you're not really here to discuss the event. What did you really want to talk about?
哇！呢條友講嘢勁假咯，我想講。喂，我哋想傾下拉里同你合作嘅嘢喎。
Dombrowski, he's the exec holding court over in the VIP area of the ballroom. Yeah, sorry, I work for UC Security, not Galbank. I don't really know him personally.
你真係唔知，頭先你講嘢有啲口窒窒咁喎。其實咧，我哋有情報㗎啦。
Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
咩話？
We both know exactly who you are.
哇！啲人喺後邊食花生喎，好明顯係。嗱，因為咁，其實咧我手上面就有證據㗎啦。你想唔想坐監啊？
Just in case you weren't aware, I am the authorities. Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
哎呀，我唔得閒啦，平時都係講埋晒啲無謂嘢。啊，上去，我哋揾阿船長睇下有冇咩計先。喂，船長，要你出馬。
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up, and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested.
佢憑乜嘢拉我咧？
Oh, absolutely. He's up the ladder at UC Security. Lots of pull. We have to handle this very delicately.
但我有佢貪污嘅證據喎。
Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows.
哦，咁你又講得啱喎。我哋當住咁多人面喺度講，後面班人又食緊花生，同埋我又唔想飛船進入緊急情況，咁等佢瞓覺先。
Maybe. But if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is crawling with security.
咁點啊？真係要進入緊急狀況啊？
Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency.
嚇，維生系統嚟嘅，隻船會有事嘅話，我驚我會死喎。
This is one of Trident's premier starliners. That means it has the best of everything, including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup for the backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear, which I won't.
咁，希望你真係幫到我啦。
Your lack of commitment does not exactly fill me with confidence. Are you sure this is a good idea?
你出小巨聲啦。
Don't worry, it'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help.
咁我想問個系統喺邊度咧
There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starfield ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at the station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside.
好，收到。同埋其實會唔會有保安官嘅底細啊？
On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet.
成班都人渣。
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
哎呀，你好煩啊！點啊？你想講
I
咩
have
啫？
been thinking about what we talked about. We spoke.
其實而家我哋做緊任務啊！你
but
啲生存目標點樣唔使同我講啦嚇，得㗎啦，得㗎啦。第日先再討論啦，唔該你。
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
正經嘢唔做喎，佢真係乞人憎喎。嗱，好啦，嚟到工程甲板就係呢條友，佢係唔會俾我亂掂啲嘢嘅。
This is. I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
我
What
又好
is it?
煩啊你。
I have been. We spoke, but I have sacrificed.
得啦，你犧牲咗好多啦。你自己先答到問題，唔使問我。
I know. I have told you.
得啦，你做咩都好啦，我唔會睇低你嘅。
No, that is not what I.
OK， 好冇？
I have spent my adult.
唉，你遠走他鄉咪你嘅事咯。你話俾我知做乜嘢啫？
This is true. I often find other people.
同埋我哋都慣咗獨來獨往噶啦。
And yet here we. What I am.
呢個啦。
I appreciate that more.
得啦，終於唔使講啦嘛。討厭啊，真係。
Hold
喂，
up.
瞓醒未？
This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rocco's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you?
我希望你可以瞓一瞓覺，有冇呢個選項咧？我諗唔使同佢懶熟嘅，揀第一個啦。
Oh, sorry, that area is off limits. No exceptions.
嗱，其實我都知你好悶㗎啦，你可以同你啲 friend 出去行下，我幫你睇住。
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm so bored down here. I've been counting the deck plates just to take up some time. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away?
咁好，咁簡單就搞掂。
Whatever you do, don't break anything, or I'll be out of a job.
我諗你揾定工會好啲咯。生命支持通道，跟住緊急程序咧，封鎖流程，其實應該頭先都睇過嘅，咁我哋可以唔使理佢。好，出去做嘢。咦，咪住，呢度。重置。
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions. All passengers, may I have your
喂，
attention,
點啊？而家冇其他
please?
人啦嘛？
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here.
仲使講嘅？我哋係想要鄧布羅斯基嘅情報。
First of all, you're in no position to demand anything. And second, you must think I'm stupid. There's no way I'd possibly incriminate myself by handing over the evidence.
我唔供你出嚟咪得咯？你諗下，你啲證據都喺晒我手上面啦。
Claudia said that. You sure? Damn it! That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'd love to see the bastard fry. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I could end up in jail.
嗱，我哋不如問下嘢先，點解一開始又俾咁高權限佢咧？
Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on Galbank's system without raising any red flags. I let Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong.
咁如果我真係俾咗錢俾你，我買到嘅嘢係咪真係有用先？
Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account numbers, ID scans, even an audio recording. It was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. There's a solid enough trail here to send Dombrowski straight to jail.
非常好，咁2500俾你。
At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it.
真係得先好啊！哇，我哋可以拉佢入去深紅艦隊㗎喎。
Wait a moment. Are you telling me that this scheme is getting so out of hand, it also involves the Crimson Fleet? That's all I need right now. Enemies on two fronts. Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC security. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No. You can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates, thank you very much.
咁你打算點樣處理佢哋呢？
Well, since Claudia has been spending time disgustingly close to Dombrowski, I think she's suffered enough. On the other hand, I've got very, very special plans for Larry. I have some friends that can, well, let's just say, take care of the problem. That's if you leave him alive, of course. We'll just have to wait and see.
放心，我哋好乾淨嘅，一定可以生勾勾離開嘅。
You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
你唔好望住我先。可以偷。咦？我唔係俾咗2000幾蚊你嘅咩？啲錢去咗邊啊？你食咗啊？我諗住偷翻我俾佢啲錢，但係得50幾%嘅成功率，咁我就唔試啦。好，最後到你啦。咦，你睇嚟你要賣生髮水喎。
Well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of negotiation.
咁快就開始談判？同埋你點知道我有份㗎？
You don't actually believe that I'd venture into such precarious criminal territory without a proper bird's-eye view of the situation, do you? I'm uncertain why you've become entangled in this spider's web, but this situation demands swift and resolute action. Excellent. So, before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me.
佢又幾醒㗎喎，其實，但係佢咁串咧，我有啲想嚼佢咯。老實講。
You may as well ask, is it necessary for the sun to set on Jemison, or for one to wear a pressure suit when entering the vacuum of space?
得啦，叻啦，教授。
I pride myself on having an intensely thorough education, though I'd hardly call myself a professor. Though I'm sure that your compliment also meant you were having trouble understanding what I've been saying. In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
Will there be much more of this? My head is starting to hurt.
既然你聽唔明啦，你就唔好出聲啦，大佬啊！嗱，如果佢而家將個證件俾咗我哋， 但係佢又報失嘅話，咁我哋要咗都冇用㗎喎。
Well, I'm surprised you even posed that question at all. The answer is quite obvious. The last thing I'd want to do at this point is call attention to myself.
我哋有電子情報反嘅技能，不如搏搏。
Quite a shame that you need to resort to blackmail to arrive at the point of equity in our discussion. However, I will acquiesce to your addendum. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you. It sounds like we have a deal. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further contact. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates. Good day.
呢單嘢你哋自己搞掂佢，我係唔會理你哋嘅，因為成班都唔係啲咩好人嚟。喂，船長。
Well, looks like everything worked out, just like we planned.
任務完成。真係如果冇咗你嘅幫助，我覺得都幾難做到。
I'm glad you feel that way. Just remember to tell Delgado how much I pitched in to help. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner?
你唔好咁啦，講咗俾你知嘅話，對你冇好處，大家都要死㗎。
So he told you to keep it from me. I see. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with the fleet like I did, so I'll just leave it alone. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been a long time coming. I owe you one, Doverbeach.
點解要叫我哋做同志呢？
Don't worry, it's not an insult. It's a very old Russian word for comrade. It's what I intend to call you from now on, so get used to it.
哦，原來佢係俄羅斯人嚟㗎。咁好啦。
Don't worry. You'll get what's coming to you. I promise. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll be aboard the Key.
睇嚟我哋到時返去咧就要幫佢美言幾句先得啦。好，嚟到銀行，我哋可以直入啦。喂，你好啊，我係入去檔案庫㗎。
Hello, welcome to the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials, please?
又會咁好嘅認證唔認人嘅嚇
？Just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives.
你好似有啲唔妥喎，唔通你認出我哋係女角？
Shh, they'll hear us. Look, Ecliptic busted in here and said something about letting you walk into the archives, and then they're gonna jump you.
咩話？
I'm supposed to let you in, and then get the heck out of here. They said if I didn't do exactly what they said, they'd kill me. Just be careful. I don't even know how many of them are hiding in there.
點解佢哋會喺度埋伏我㗎？咁我要換槍啦，跟住咧用埋呢個重力波啦，開門。人呢喂？喺呢度啊 ！Granny， 得個。等等，我仲有 Granny 嘅。裝備呢個，我有10幾個 Granny， 掉俾你哋食。哎呀，陰公，炸咁啲咯喎已經。
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in there.
哦，有嘢食。哎呀，陰公，咁就搞掂咗啦。呢度仲有個5 level 嘅。你想走？你想走？仲有2個，一個30幾 level 啊，我記得係。搞掂啦！ 低先啦，咁衝動做咩啫？佢呢？哇！我要回血啦 ！reload， 回埋血先，呢度可以擋下。回完血你就知味道。同我放低你嘅武器。佢雖然諗低咗支武器，但係佢都繼續打我頭先。有個深潛嘅頭盔，但係好渣咯，用唔着。咁我哋要攞嘅嘢咧，就係喺呢一度。失蹤飛船註冊資料，保障號。佢最後已知位置喺班諾克嘅班諾克4啊，但係搜尋咗8次都失敗喎。咁其他嘅失蹤飛船呢，基本上搜索完之後都係會失敗嘅。有時間就去揾下，應該有機會會揾到啲正嘢都唔定。應答器資料呢，哇！佢喺250年之內都仲可以被檢測到嘅喎，揾唔到其實應該係有內鬼啦，係嘛？仲有資料負面責聲明，好冇啦。咁而家咧，我哋就要翻去星約站交任務。
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. Now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet.
咁唔係喎，佢好有用，幫咗我哋好多喎。
Yeah, that'd be a first.
All right, Naeva, you've made your point. Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess we can give him another chance. All right, now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand, Crix's legacy. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock IV. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Naeva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And I got it. Bannock IV. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock IV is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard.
Approaching that in any ship would be suicide.
就咁聽，我覺得應該都冇乜機會降落㗎啦。不過都問下佢乜嘢係電磁氣態巨行星先啦。
Don't know that one, huh? Well, pick up your pencil. There's gonna be a test on this later. EM class means the planet is giving off a ridiculously high amount of electromagnetic radiation. We're talking off the charts here. Fly your ship anywhere near one of these death traps, and you'll blow every single circuit on your ship. You'd be dead in space. Get it?
咁我諗我哋應該都可以放棄㗎啦，嗬
Yeah, Rook. Just like every other time we've gone on this worthless treasure hunt.
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Creeks hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
又或者其實啲數據係錯嘅
No, this all makes sense. The data says the transport went down over Bannock IV, carrying currency during the Narian War. There were ships fighting across the entire galaxy back then. It's not that hard to believe this one got lost that far out from home.
就算克雷斯唔會放棄，佢都降落唔到㗎。氣態行星都唔會有地方俾佢降落㗎啦。
That's the spirit, Rook. That is the essence of the Crimson Fleet that has been slipping away lately. Naeva, the Galbank data says the transport had a CBR-27 transponder. Can we track that kind of thing? Pinpoint its exact location?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called the ComSpike. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Naeva to put your heads together and get us that ComSpike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want it. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to ask.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the ComSpike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction.
既然你都講到咁啦，希望真係得啦吓。
I promise. You gonna write that in your diary, little girl?
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Crix's legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right, let's get this over with. Follow me.
黐線㗎！我哋咁辛苦翻到嚟，結果你同我講嗰粒行星咁危險，你都仲要去。嗱，我哋今集暫時玩到呢度先，下集再睇下究竟呢個行動係咪真係可以成功啦？中意嘅朋友記住 like 同埋 share 俾朋友一齊睇，我哋下集再見 ，thank you，拜拜。